What's going on, guys? Vidya here with a brand new video, and today I want to focus on the PFL. If you guys don't know, that PFL is a tournament-based MMA organization based here in the United States of America, New York City, and they run their organization by tournaments. So they have a certain amount of weight classes, and they have a regular season, a playoff format, and a championship format. And today I want to focus on the semifinal bouts that are going to be taking place tomorrow in Cardiff, Wales, and the United Kingdom. Sadibou, who's 11-6-2, is going to be facing off against Carlos Leal, who's 17-3. Now, Sadibou is a former middleweight in the PFL. He fought in their 2018 season and has been with the company since 2018. Fought as a middleweight in that lone season, and ever since he's been fighting as a welterweight because they got rid of the middleweight division. If there's one thing about Sadibou, he's tall and lanky, and he's a very adept, precise striker who uses his distance to the best of his ability. He's taller, he's lankier than the rest of his opponents, and he likes to use that as an advantage. When he fought David Mearshad, he took him out in the first round via liver kick. In the first couple seconds of the round, I believe that was his very first strike he threw in the fight. All it was a liver kick. That's how you use your distance. That's how you use your height and your width and your reach to the maximum potential that you have. And during this season, he was able to take out Rory McDonald, who's considered one of the best and used to be considered the top 5 welterweights in the world back when he fought for the UFC, when he fought for Bellator. Now, Rory McDonald's kind of gone down a little bit when it comes to talent, when it comes to its greatness. But Sadibou, even though he's not a well-known fighter, he fights in Sweden. He fights in Stockholm, Sweden, under All Stars MMA Gym. If you guys don't know All Stars, that's with Hamzat Chimaev, that's with Leal Latifi, that's with Alexander Gustafsson. All these great fighters, all in one gym. That's how good Sadibou is, even though his record is 11-6-2. Now, his opponent, Carlos Leal, who's 17-3, this guy's a special individual. Not that many people know him because he used to fight with the LFA, and he ended up getting into the PFL through their Challenger Series. His first fight in Challenger Series was a TKO victory. His second fight in the Challenger Series was a split decision win. Both those fights were able to get him in the tournament for the welterweight division. His first fight, the PFL wasn't pulling off any strings with his first fight. It was against Ray Cooper III. Ray Cooper III, who also fought his upcoming opponent tomorrow, Sadibou, and ended up drawing with Sadibou. But Carlos Leal was able to take him out of the playoffs, basically. And what I mean by that is that when Ray Cooper III came into this fight, it was a two-year champion in a row in the PFL. Run it 2 years in a row, which means he ended up winning $2 million, because that's the grand prize at the end of this tournament. It's $2 million. And as a result, he came into this fight overweight, meaning that if you were coming in overweight in this tournament format, you're going to get absolute 0 points if you win or you lose. So this was basically a lose-lose situation for Ray Cooper III, but Carlos Leal was still in the fight. He could still get points, and he brought the absolute dogfight to the former champion, Ray Cooper III, and won that fight via unanimous decision. As a result, he ended up getting a spot in the 2022 PFL welterweight playoffs, and now he's going to be fighting Sadibou. And I like this matchup a lot because Carlos Leal, he's a strong individual. He's got power in his hands, and he can throw some nasty combinations. Sadibou, he can pick his spots and really be able to use his reach, find the distance and be able to strike you from a distance. So when you hit him back, you're basically hitting nothing but fresh air. So if I'm Carlos Leal, you're definitely want to close the distance as much as possible. You're going to want to smother Sadibou and basically pour on the pressure on him, get him against the fence, definitely dirty box him a little bit, and make sure you're closing the distance the whole entire time, because if Sadibou gets enough distance, he's going to try to blast you with a liver kick, he's going to blast you with a head kick, anything basically. But if he can be able to smother him against the cage and get him down to the ground, which is no easy task, then it's definitely going to be a huge victory for Carlos Leal. If I'm Sadibou, I'm using your reach, I'm using your distance, I'm definitely moving the whole entire time, and I'm getting ready to sprawl at any moment. Carlos Leal is going to try to take me down, and if he's trying going in for a takedown, just go in through the middle with a knee. That way you show Carlos Leal that you're dead serious about defending these takedowns. But if there's one thing about wrestlers is that when they try to go in for a takedown, they're always leaving their chin open. So going in and cutting in with a knee straight through the middle and hitting him straight in the jaw can possibly be able to finish the fight if there's enough force behind that knee. So that's definitely one way that Sadibou can be able to utilize his knee and utilize his takedown defenses at the same time. Also, if Carlos Leal is trying to go in for the takedown, you can also threaten with a submission attempt. I'm talking about the guillotine. I'm talking about the Darce. Any of these types of submission attempts that can be used as defense against the takedown, Sadibou can definitely be able to use if his jiu-jitsu is there. But we haven't really seen that much jiu-jitsu from Sadibou in a very, 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 very long time. Carlos Leal definitely has potential to be able to submit him. That's why I think the more powerful individual, which is he, can be able to take Sadibou down and submit him if he gets the opportunities. This is going to be a fantastic fight for the PFL, especially for Carlos Leal, who's basically coming up from the PFL's farm system. And basically what the Challenger Series is the same thing as the Contender Series from the UFC. They basically stole that whole format from the UFC, and they're basically using it for their own. They just took out the contender part and put in the challenger part, which created the Challenger Series. Not the Contender Series, the Challenger Series. So it's an interesting thing from the PFL. I just wish they wouldn't have copied the UFC to that extent. But Carlos Leal is a product from their farm system. They brought him in. He's doing great things. And now he has a chance to become a future champion for the organization if he can be able to take out Sadibou. Sadibou has been with the company ever since their inauguration in 2018, can have the opportunity to become a champion himself. Who's going to come out the victor? I'm going to say it's going to be Carlos Leal because he just has the it factor about him. He's a dangerous individual. He's sky high right now after defeating Ray Cooper III, the former two-time champion for the PFL 2 years in a row. And I think Carlos Leal has what it takes. And there's nothing for him to lose. You know, he's only been in the company for less than a year now, and I think he's riding all this momentum towards this fight into a different country, into a different atmosphere, and I think he's going to get the win. Sadibou, I think he's going to make it into a hard fight, but I think Carlos Leal is going to win this fight via unanimous decision. So I hope you guys enjoy this fight. PFL going down tomorrow. ESPN Plus tomorrow early because of the 6-hour time difference between the US and the UK. I hope you guys enjoy the fight. Stay safe, guys. Stay blessed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.